Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of Omnifactory. So last time we got our AE2 system set up, or started. We're going to expand on that today. We also expanded the DML system last time. And I've been doing a bit of crafting as well. I crafted some more circuits. I've been just batch crafting again. It's about time we took some steps to try and minimise that, so let's try and get into automation today. The first step for us to do in order to get into in-depth applied energistics is to get these inscription presses. So to do this, you can either find them in the world, or we can use precision laser engravers. So we're going to have to make this Meteorite Compass, which normally would take the atomic Reconstructor. We're going to have to make this eventually, but I noticed we have 4 void crystals here, which is just perfect for this. And then it's just some charged certus and dark steel, which we should have. So there's the compass. So after a bit of searching around with the compass, I found this skystone, and we should have a chest inside here with the inscribers that we need, or the presses I mean. Looks like we got logic, calculation and engineering. We're just missing the silicon press. I suppose I'll look for one more, that wasn't too difficult, so found another one here just on the surface, which is very convenient. Let's see if we get silicon. Logic and silicon, yes, nice. That also gives us the quest. I've also run it out of quartz, so I'm just gathering up a bit of that. It should only take me a couple of minutes. We get tons and tons with this auto smelt. So I also made the inscriber, and with the presses we can now make our circuits. Although we're going to almost immediately upgrade to the advanced inscriber since it allows more easy automation. Because with this you can only insert one item at a time. And if I try to click more in, it resets all the progress. It's not very good. So this only takes 2 engineering processors, which are a circuit each. Well, every processor takes a circuit and silicon, and then one of their respective materials. So it's either diamond, gold, or certus quartz plates. And with that, there's our 2 diamond processors in order to upgrade to the advanced inscriber. So for our digital storage, last time I batch crafted a bunch of 1Ks. However, I think I'm just going to skip straight up to 4Ks and we'll make some of those. So these 4Ks are just the upgrade to the 1Ks. Takes 3 1Ks per 4K. It also takes a tier 2 circuit. But I think I'll just bite the bullet and just go for these instead. Because once you turn it into the storage cell, you can't uncraft that. It's basically stuck as that. So we might as well just craft some 4Ks for now, and then eventually we'll get 64Ks. I just have to craft a bunch of processors in this inscriber first, and then we can get our digital storage set up. So now is the moment we've been waiting for. We can finally get our 4K ME storage components. There's 13 to start with. And now it's time to start unifying all of our storage to put everything in the one place so we can actually find things now. Let's also, while we're at it, upgrade this to a crafting terminal. There's our crafting terminal. Yes, I've been waiting so long for this, finally. So now we can start putting all of our items in here. Yeah, let's just put it all in. I don't suspect we'll be able to fill all these drives just yet. Let's just put this stuff from my inventory in here, and then just shift click everything over. Eventually not all of this will be in the ME system. We're going to have drawers for some of this stuff, but for the time being, before we set up any sort of automation, it's easier just to, I think, do this first and then take it out as needed. I think we'll probably also set these drives on a lower priority so that these items get used first when we're auto-crafting. And this is just about everything we own now fits in this ME system. So in total we have about 6 drives full, maybe a bit over that. 6.5, which is a fair amount actually, but at least it's now all unified. It's going to save a lot of time to do this now. So with our storage and applied energistics setup now up and running, there's 2 little smaller type tasks / projects I'd like to do before we expand our automation. First one is going to be to get creative flight using Glitch Armour, and the second one is before we start building a bunch more, expanding our base, I would like to start converting this cobblestone onto the blocks we're going to be using. So I've just temporarily set up this little thing to make concrete. And we can use the exchanging gadget to exchange easily all the blocks in the base. So this is going to be the main colour, and then on the outside we're going to have the black concrete, and that's tile to big tile on these intersection areas. So I think this will look pretty cool with like a blacked out sort of style. Obviously we're going to have to automate the production of this concrete because I don't have that much of it right now. But it isn't too expensive. It's just some sand and gravel, so we'll probably set up a system that gives us automatic sand and gravel. Basically all the cobblestone byproducts, I think. Before we set that up though, let's get Creative Flight, which is going to be another big time saver. So for that I think we'll use the zombie data model, and we need a trial key, and also a trial keystone, and our deep learner. So first we have to attune our trial key to a zombie, so I have to go and find one and kill one first. Shouldn't be too difficult here in the Lost Cities. Although I have broken a lot of spawners near this area. Oh, I hear one. There's one. Nice. So now our key is attuned. And now we need a flat-ish area to do the trial in. And now that our trial key is attuned, we can place it in the trial keystone and start the trial. This will give us the corrupted glitch hearts, which is what we're after for the glitch armor. Assuming we can actually beat this trial. So fingers crossed. Yeah, let's just start this. Oh, and there's a glitch. Yeah, these give wither. They're... That guy's got a sword. He'll hurt. My armor isn't the best. I have it enchanted, but the enchants are really bad. Oh, and there's a baby. Got him. Man, these little guys are so hard to hit. Nice, we finished the keystone. And we got 4 corrupted glitch hearts. So with the glitch hearts we can smash them against some obsidian, and that gives us unstable glitch fragments. Then we have to drop lapis, the fragments and gold into water, and this should give us our glitch ingots, which we can use to craft the armor. I'm not sure if it'll be enough. Yeah, we only have 12, so I might have to do another one of those keystones. In fact, I definitely will have to do that, but this can get us the armor, I think. Yeah, just the default craft recipe. There's the first piece, and in fact we can make the boots as well. But yeah, I'm gonna do another keystone and get the rest of the armor pieces to get Creative Flight. Alright, I ended up doing another 2 because the first one, or the second one, didn't give me quite enough. There's the last of the glitch infused ingots, so we're just missing the leggings. So let's make those. Nice, so now that we have the full set, we have Creative Flight, which is amazing. This is going to be a huge time save. Another small little enhancement I'd like to make is some acceleration cards for these Inscribers. Oh, that's only advanced cards. Acceleration cards is what we want. These just speed up the machine and don't make it painfully slow. This is looking a bit better, don't you think? So I changed my mind about building the cobble works just now. I don't think we're going to have enough power. We're almost certainly going to have to upgrade our numismatic dynamos in order to build our MV machines. And I'd like to prioritise upgrading our production of components first, so I'll probably build all of these machines at MV tier, or most of them anyway, like the wire mill, the compressor, things we use a lot of. In terms of this base design, I'm actually really liking this, and it gives us a really nice run speed bonus as well. The only thing I'm not sure about is these, like, it kind of like flickers, like, you see when I move the camera there? I don't know if it'll show up, but there's like little flickering pixels that's like white, I don't know. Other than that though, I think it looks really good, like a sort of black theme. And also another thing I wanted to swap out was the drawers, before we get too many of them. I'm going to swap them out to this variant here. So it's like, it's the black concrete on the inside and it's bone blocks on the outside, and I think this looks awesome. So I'm going to swap out all of these drawers. Hopefully I don't mess anything up, but it shouldn't take too long either because there's not that many yet. And I think that's just about all the drawers in the base so far. I think there was 21, or sorry, 11. I think I had started with 21. I don't know. So with that now taken care of and our storage all condensed here, I was hoping we could get into auto crafting, but it seems like that's not going to be possible yet until we get a little bit more infrastructure set up, as the auto crafting things take a little bit more resources than we currently have. So I think let's just start laying out some of our MV machines. So right after the last clip, I ended up recording this setup, and it was about 15 minutes of me just rambling on and changing things. It didn't work very well, so I'll just kind of show you what I've got here. It's probably going to change again, but we have 4 blast furnaces set up, currently at copper nickel coil level. This one on the right is making us energetic alloy, so we're getting gold supplied by this interface. I ended up making 4 interfaces actually. These are pretty expensive at this point, they take a robot arm. But we have the interface supplying these items here. The gold goes in this input bus, and I have energetic blend going in the middle. However, the interface only supplies glowstone and redstone, and it gets mixed in this LV mixer down here with a transformer. I just basically stole the mixer that was over there, and then that goes into this input bus on purple channel. I guess we don't really need a filter on that. That gets the blend, and then it all gets extracted on blue and sent back into the system. This middle one here is for aluminium. That's just a very simple extract from here. It's being supplied here, and then output bus on blue again. And then this one is making us the vibrant alloy, so we're supplying ender pearls through the system again, as well as energetic alloy. The plan is to put level emitters on this, so I have put covers on the machine controllers on the top, so I will make some level emitters, although I don't quite have the circuits yet for that. In order to make this work though, I had to make a limited item filter for this mixer, because what happens if you just put a regular item filter on this, it could fill both slots and block this mixer. Although this limited item filter required me to make silicon, which we haven't seen before, and that required an advanced cutting machine, which is pretty expensive. It takes this cobalt brass, which is a weird alloy. Yeah, and I also added these machines here. I accidentally made an extra alloy smelter because I forgot we had one over there, but it'll get used eventually somewhere. I'm not worried about wasting that. I also have the cutting machine, which I used for the bowls, the silicon bowls. We're going to need that for circuits anyway, so I just decided to craft that. And then we have wire mill, compressor, macerator, and then, yeah. I might have said earlier that it was the circuit stopping us from getting level emitters, but really it's these stainless steel rods, which we have not made before. We're going to need some chrome, manganese dust, nickel, and iron. So the chrome is fairly easy to get. We can just electrolyze ruby. And for that we might as well upgrade to the MV electrolyzer. So there's one of those. And we'll chuck some ruby dust in there and get our chrome. I happen to have manganese on hand. I have no idea where this came from, but it's there. We're going to make just a small batch of stainless steel just for now. I'll have to figure out a way of getting it like permanently, but this will do for now just to make the level emitters. And then we need nickel dust, which I'm also short on. These NV machines are so much quicker than the LV though. So yeah, that's enough to get started at least with some stainless steel. I think this has to go through the blast furnace though. Yeah, it does. 30 seconds per well. Alright, suppose we'll run our conduit for the level emitters. So they're going to go right here on this block here. I don't think... Actually, yeah, we can place those first. I always have trouble placing level emitters. Alright, there's the first couple stainless steel getting set up now. We can run this through the lathe and then set up our level emitters. So these level emitters emit a redstone signal when configured to a certain amount of items. So like for example this one here, we're making energetic alloy. So if we put energetic alloy in the filter and then we'll put it for, I don't know, 200. If we have greater than 200, emit a redstone signal and turn off. So this will allow us to control when these blast furnaces run automatically. So when the stock gets low, this blast furnace will turn on and kick off some more energetic alloy. This filter number here of 200 is completely arbitrary right now. I have no idea if that's enough or too little for the time being anyway. But yeah, as you can see now, work paused because we have over 200 ingots of energetic alloy. And we'll do the same for all of these, obviously configured with their own item. Let's set the aluminium actually quite high, up at maybe 3000. Like I say, I don't know if that number is going to be good or not. We'll keep tweaking it here and there. But yeah, I'll keep it on 3000 for now. The next one is vibrant alloy. And then the last one I think we will use for stainless steel. Since we don't have automatic production of stainless steel yet, I'll just disable this conduit by doing that. And then we can just manually feed this just for the time being. Alright, so now we're going to overhaul our DML system a little bit more. It's not going to be the final iteration, but I noticed this crate was filling up and it's time to do something about that. I've started leveling up another Enderman model, as we're going to need that to sustain our pulsating polymer clay. I'm probably going to have to upgrade this to MV alloy smelter as well, because I believe you can only have 6 simulation chambers per Enderman model. So let's set up storage, mostly for this matter that we're getting and the pristines. So we'll have pristines all along here, and we can put a storage boss on this. So zombie, skeleton, creeper, blaze, spider, guardian, witch. Lock those drawers. Actually, it makes a lot more sense to make them face this way, and we'll put the simulation and loot fabs behind them. So we'll extend power along here. Put our simulations facing this way, I think. Actually, I've changed my mind. We're going to set this up a bit further forward, and then we'll have our loot fabricators behind it. So this also needs to be supplied pulsating polymer clay, so we'll use another ender chest for that. I think I have it on black. Yes. So those need to input the top. Copy, paste, 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 paste. So these simulation chambers will output their contents into this drawer wall here, and that'll give us the pristine matters, as well as the overworlding matter and also extraterrestrial matter. And then with these pristines, we put them into loot fabricators. Eventually we'll have 1 loot fabricator per resource we want, but I don't quite have enough circuits for that yet. So for the time being, we're still going to just put it into a couple for now, and we'll just select what we want or what we need. But at least this way it's expandable and we're storing all of our pristines properly. So we need item conduits here, extracting the pristine matters. That will go into the drawer controller. I think for now, because these data models are all that self-aware, we need to start leveling up some other ones. I would like to level up a thermal one, because eventually we're going to need this for things like obsidian, snowballs, blitz. In fact, we're going to need multiple of each. We'll make a ghast as well, and we'll run this. And a wither skeleton. Probably another shulker as well, because this shulker can only, the one that we have for this can only support 2 of these dynamos. Once we add more, we're going to have more shulker data models in this one. Yeah, we're currently at about half our energy capacity right now, and that's with like only a few machines running, so these are going to have to be upgraded very soon. And we'll add our overworlding matter to the drawer wall as well. We'll void upgrade this, since we don't want it to stop when this fills up, we want it to stop when the pristines fill up. So we'll run our blaze for now, and I'll craft the other data models. There's a ghast, a wither skeleton, another shulker. I think actually we'll just run 2 extra shulkers, since we'll need to level them up anyway. Oh, and that's the quest complete as well. And then obviously we're running our blaze just to level that up. We have blaze, the 2 shulkers, wither skeleton, and ghast. And then we'll swap these out later on, but this is all we can really afford at the moment. We'll have to add hellish matter to the drawer system as well, and pristine shulker, and extraterrestrial matter as well. Ghast pristines as well. We're then going to have another drawer wall here for our output products from the loot fabricator. And obviously we won't be able to fill these yet, it's just to lay it out. So we're going to have the pristines and the things coming out of the simulation chamber here. And we'll line those up like this row. And then we'll have loot fabricators here lined up with 1 for each resource that comes out of the pristines. And then those will all be sent into this drawer wall here. And we'll have a storage bus on this. So there's 2 storage buses. I'm going to also move the drawer controller over to here, and then we'll have the other drawer controller here. It'll just look a bit neater that way. And then insert you in blue. And then we can storage bus both of these. set them to high priority, and then we'll run our ME conduit down to our network. And I'll move this cable to the middle just to make it a bit cleaner as well. Something like that. And just because we're not quite rich enough yet, I'll still put the storage crate here with the item conduit, except this time all the outputs will be automatically put into this drawer wall. So like say for example we need things from Guardian, I can put it in here, and then it will go into the loot fabricator. I'll select gold. This will make us gold, and then we can add gold to our drawer wall, like that. Then you can see all the gold fills up here, and because we have a storage bus on here, we will be able to see it in our ME system. So if we look in here for gold, we should see it go up. Yeah, so you can see our gold supply is now going up, and then slowly over time we'll eventually grow this drawer wall to all the resources that we produce. And yeah, we'll add loot fabricators along here for all the resources we want. I have also made use of that extra alloy smelter I had here and put it in here because I noticed there was a bottleneck in producing our polymer clay. We are still underproducing polymer clay just slightly, so I will have to adjust this. Just because our LV machines aren't quite fast enough. But that's something I'll probably figure out in between episodes though. And yeah, we can see now with this running, we are almost at our peak power. So the next thing we have to do is upgrade these dynamos. So I'm just crafting up some of the components in order to make our numismatic dynamos to upgrade our power. We need some plates here. I also added some lubricant to this cutting machine, which makes making plates so much easier. You can use blocks, cut them with lubricant, and it's so quick now to make plates. This would have taken at least like 3 minutes before with the LV compressor. Now bam, easy. There's 2 augments and dynamos. Waiting on this lathe is extremely slow. Let's fix that with the extruder. Much better. And that allows us to get our fuel catalyzers. One more sim chamber in order to power the shulker. Right there. 1, 2. Upgrade, upgrade. And with that, we have effectively doubled our power output. Nice. So I think just to finish off today, I'm going to kickstart a bunch of circuits. Just making some of the tier 2s. This just takes transistors, resistors, copper wire, and some electronic circuits. Still just batch crafting these, although eventually we'll fully automate these. We're actually sitting alright for circuits now. Although we're only producing the second tier 1s, there is a third tier 1. Which requires this plastic circuit board, and that requires some sulfuric acid and polyethylene. The production of those fluids and components is quite involved, and I think it's something we'll start next time. And we'll start some chemistry, probably along this MV line here. I'll extend this energetic alloy wire along, and then we'll have the start of our chemistry here. But yeah, I've just been still just batch crafting in here. Just running through things manually, just for the time being anyway. Yeah, tons and tons of wrought iron. Eventually we're going to have to upgrade this to the multi-smelter, because having to refill these is not ideal. And the multi-smelter is a multi-block, and it's super quick to smelt things. That'll also help our pulsating polymer clay production, because we can use that instead of this really slow electric furnaces. Actually, I should start some more plates of wrought iron. Let's just do that. Can use our shiny new cutting machine for that as well. Make more wire. I'm batch crafting some more steel as well, because we'll need this for a lot of the MV machines. And in fact, I'll make some of it into electrical steel. So I'll queue that up. I might as well use LV. I don't need it right now. There's 1 stack, 2, 3, 4 stacks of that. Sure. We're also going to need some more dark steel. I'm not sure how much I have. Yeah, I'm down to 16 dark steel. And to make dark steel, we have to alloy smelt it with either obsidian or void crystals. I'm kind of running low on obsidian, and it's kind of a pain to go and get that. I don't have really a good way of producing it either. I don't have any lava production. At least not yet. So I think we'll finally set up that atomic reconstructor. To get our void crystals, we can convert coal. So how much of this are we missing? Just aluminum casing. There's an atomic reconstructor. Eventually this will get automated as well, but we'll just put it here for now, I guess. And we can just batch craft a whole bunch of coal into void crystals. Just like that. Is that too much? Probably. But we have like infinite coal now because of the DML. Nice, and we'll turn that off. And now we can alloy smelt this with our coal and get dark steel. Or sorry, not coal, with the void crystals. And we can macerate all this coke down and then centrifuge it for carbon, and this will be useful later on. So I think I'll just keep doing some more processing. I'm glad we got all of this cobble changed out. I think this looks really nice now. And it's how we're going to be expanding going forward. We got the DML situation set up so that we can easily expand. And we got some blast furnaces that are really slow set up so that we don't have to worry about these anymore. But next time I think we'll start setting up some chemistry. And we'll start to try and make the third and final tier 1 circuits. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.